guys, it's Carolina here from Karolina's Crafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am showing you how to make this 10 things I love about you Jacob's ladder thingamabobby. So it's going to be a tutorial. So when you flip the top one, all the other ones fall down and it changes what it's showing. So it's really cool. I love this project. I just recently found out it's called the Jacob's Ladder, so that's what we're gonna go with. That's what it's called. That's what we're gonna call it now, even though I didn't know when I made this. So this is so fun. I gave it to my baby for Valentine's Day, but you could do it for maybe a baby, like the milestones. You could do it for a wedding. You could do it for graduation. Pretty much anything really, and you could just keep adding on some of those boxes as much as you need. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with 12 pieces of 4x4 inch size chipboard and 12 pieces of 4x4 inches sizes of patterned paper. You're going to attach one patterned paper to one chipboard. So you're not doing a double back, you're not doing a pattern paper on front and back, you're just doing it on one side of the chipboard. So the other side of my chipboard in this case is white because one side had the craft look and one side is white. So the other side is just blank. You're not adding patterned paper to the other side. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just adding one patterned paper to one chipboard side. And definitely feel free to go through your chipboard scraps in order to get the 4x4 size. They are fairly small and I was able to use up scraps just to cut 4x4 size chipboard. So definitely go through your scraps first before you start cutting into a new chipboard sheet. Once you have one patterned paper glued to every one piece of chipboard, you are going to mark 2 inches right down the middle, and this is just on the back side where you don't have the patterned paper. So you're going to mark 2 inches right down the middle and 1/2 inch on the left side and 1/2 inch on the right side. I started off just making lines with a ruler, but if you have a mat that has the measurements for you, this was a lot easier to do it that way. So make sure when you're doing your lines, your patterned paper on the other side is like right side up. So that, you know, when you flip it over, it should be facing you. So the top of my patterned paper is at the top of where I'm drawing the line, and so on. It's facing in that direction. And the same direction that I'm drawing the lines is the same way my patterned paper on the other side is facing. So you're just drawing your lines on every single piece of chipboard. So in my case, I have 12 pieces of chipboard where I'm drawing 2 inches right down the middle and then 1/2 inch on the left, 1/2 inch on the right. Now you're going to cut your ribbon, and you're going to want to use a brand new roll because you're going to be using a lot of ribbon. So you're going to need 3 strips of 54 inches of each size piece of ribbon, which is equal to 4.5 feet. So my ruler goes to 18 inches, so I'm marking it 3 times for 1 strip of ribbon. So you're just going to need a lot. Okay, so now I'm organizing kind of how I want my paper to go, which I didn't really think it did anything in the end because you'll see why. I don't think it was the same order. But anyway, on the back side of where I have marked my my lines, you're just going to put some red line tape over it. So right down the middle on the 2 inch line, red line tape goes right down the middle. On the 1/2 inch lines, you're going to put red line tape right on the inside of that 1/2 inch mark, as you guys could see. So now you're putting down your ribbon, and you're doing it 2 ways, going left, 1 way right down the middle going right, okay? And you want to make sure your ribbon is directional and going in the same direction. So you guys can see my hearts are all going in the same direction. So you put down that tape, you put down the ribbon right on that tape, then you put down more tape over that ribbon, and you're going to cover that tape with another piece of chipboard with the patterned paper facing up. Now this piece is not going to get any tape, okay? You're just going to put that other patterned paper on it. You're going to flip your ribbon to the other side. So now you should have 2 on the right side, 1 on the left side. You're just going to flip it over, but you don't want to make it too tight. And then you're going to sandwich another piece of patterned paper with the patterned paper facing down. So you want your lines facing up, and then you're going to put your red line tape on the lines once again. So once your red line tape is on there, you're going to flip the ribbon back over to the other side. So now again, you should have 2 on the left side, 1 on the right, and you're going to put down more red line tape over it before you sandwich another piece. And this is just like a repeat process. So you're going to be sandwiching this piece right side up, so your pattern paper facing up. You're going to flip your ribbon over. So now again, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Another patterned paper is going to go face down with that other patterned paper, and you put down more red line tape, and then keep flipping your ribbon over. So just keep rewatching this if you guys need more help making this, but it's a simple process, and it's just very repetitive to make this Jacob's ladder. But it's so fun, guys, in the end, and I love how it turns out. So just keep following along, okay? So your first piece, again, is going to get the tape, put the ribbon down, sandwich a piece on top with the pattern paper facing up, then flip your ribbon, and then put another piece of patterned paper facing down, put more red line tape on the back where you have those guidelines, flip your ribbon, and so on, guys. It's just a repetitive process, but I hope you guys are following along with me. Now for that last piece, I ended up adding another piece of red line tape right down the middle and sticking that ribbon down, but this is not even necessary. You could leave that one blank. That one won't affect the mechanism, so that one you could leave blank. I added the ribbon, but then I realized that when you flip it the other way, now it's kind of just like one piece down the middle, but it's fine. It worked out. And then I just cut off the rest of the ribbon that you no longer need, but you do not need that piece down the middle on that last piece. The mechanism on the backhand side will hold it in place, so you don't need that. If you are sticking that last piece of ribbon down to your, to the chipboard and to the pattern paper, you can decorate over that piece. That's my number 5, as you guys see in this little video clip. Everything else you need to decorate under the ribbon in order for the mechanism to work and in order for everything to flip through to the other side. You cannot decorate on top of the ribbon, you have to decorate under the ribbon. So I made hearts and I put them, underneath. I think in the future I would like to have done my hearts a little smaller and, maybe decorated it first and then just wrote my information afterwards. So if you don't want the ribbon to get in the way of the writing, I would decorate it under the ribbon, and then your last final piece should be writing down your information. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it was easy to follow, and I cannot wait to see your guys' Jacob's ladder, as this was one of my favorite projects I ever made, and I hope you guys give it a chance and recreate it. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye!